Hey everyone, this is a quick video on the 6 maps that are available to you when you ride the 2021 Aprilia RSV4. The reason I'm making this video is that when I brought the bike home, I had a tough time understanding the two modes and the maps within these modes. And even though the manual does contain all of the information you need, it's a very thick manual. It's not super user-friendly, and so I hope this video will help you navigate these maps. So as you can see, there are two ride modes available to you at your disposal, the road mode and the race mode. The road mode has 3 maps, the user map, the street map, and the sport map. The race mode also has 3 maps available to you, the track 1 map, the track 2 map, and the race map. So basically, between the two modes, you have 6 maps that are available to you. Now, the first map under the road mode is a user map, and this is the safest map for you to use. So if you're not used to a superbike, or if you're riding a superbike for the first time, or perhaps if the rain if it's raining or if the road conditions are bad, that would be a good map for you to switch to. The level of intervention is very high, meaning the traction control setting, the wheelie control setting, all of those are very high and designed to keep you super safe. As you get used to the bike or the road conditions improve, you may switch to the street map. The street map is a little more aggressive, so that means the power delivery is more immediate, the torque is more immediate, the traction control and the wheelie control settings are dialed back a bit. The sport map is fully customizable, and that's why I've shaded it green. In a separate video, I'm going to explain how to dive into these maps and individually set the various parameters like traction control, wheelie control, etc. But this is just an overview video, so I'm not going to do that now. But suffice it to say that the sport map is probably something you would use if you're very comfortable with the bike and you want to do some aggressive riding on the street, or perhaps you want to take it to the track and you're an intermediate level or above rider, the sport map would be a good map for you. Now the race mode has, as you can see, 3 maps. The track 1 and the track 2 maps are fully customizable. Again, as I mentioned, I'll do a separate video on how to dive into these maps and set the parameters individually. But for now, let's just take it as track 1 and track 2 map. And then the race map within the race mode. So yeah, I know that's a bit confusing. There's a race map within the race mode. The race map is by far the most aggressive among the 3 configurable or pre-configured maps, I should say. So again, the race map is the most aggressive among the 3 pre-configured maps. So I would use the race map if I'm at the track and I'm riding at the intermediate pace or above. So intermediate or advanced or a race pace, that would be a good map to use. So obviously that means that the interventions are very low, the levels are very low. So you could do wheelies. So wheelie control is very low. I believe the rear ABS is also switched off. You do have front ABS. The traction control settings are very low, so that means you could spin the rear wheel, etc. So again, this is a map that you would use if you're very comfortable with the bike, if you're riding intermediate to advanced or race pace. Yeah, that's a good map. So again, to summarize, the 2 modes, road mode and the race mode, and then you have 3 maps within each mode for a total of 6 maps that are at your disposal. The next thing I want to do is to move over to the bike and turn it on and help you understand how to switch between the 2 modes, the road and the race mode, and then how to toggle among the 6 maps that you have at your disposal. So let's move over to the bike. Hello everyone. So we're at the bike and we're going to go over the process to select one of the 2 ride modes, the road mode or the race mode, and then learn how to select one of the 3 maps within each mode. Now, if you haven't already, you want to go back and review my first video where I show you schematically the difference between the two modes and the three maps within each mode. So assuming you've done that, the first step on the bike is to understand how the buttons work. So I haven't switched on the bike yet, but you can see that on the left hand side we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 buttons. So we're going to call this the mode up button, and that's the mode right button. This is the mode down button, and you would think this is the mode left button, but it's called the mode set button in the manual. So instead of the left button, it's called the mode set button. So mode up, mode down, mode right, mode down, mode set. And then on the right hand side, there is a mode button here that also needs to be used. Okay, so mode set, mode up, mode right, mode down, and then mode select over here. Okay, when you turn the bike on, it is supposed to default to the road mode. Now, I haven't found that that is always the case, but in this case, you'll see that it has defaulted to the sport map, which is within the road mode. And as I explained earlier, there are 3 maps within the road mode. The sport map, and if you want to toggle to the next map within the road mode, you would press this button, just press and release. So if you press and release, it switches from one map to another map within the road mode. So this is the user map, that's the street map, and that's the sport map. All right, so the 3 maps within the road mode are accessed simply by pressing these buttons. You don't need to touch any of the left-hand side buttons. It's user, sport, user, street, sport. Okay, let's say you want to get out of the road mode and you want to get into the race mode and access some of the maps in the race mode. How do you do that? Well, now you've got to go to the left hand side and press and hold the mode right button. If you press and hold the mode right button, you will see that it switches to the menu screen and the vehicle tab is highlighted. And that's what you want. With the vehicle tab highlighted, you go back and touch the mode right button once. Just touch it. And you can see that the ride mode tab is now highlighted, and it shows that the bike is in the road mode. Well, if you want to switch to the race mode, you would tap the button again, the mode right button. And once you did that, you're in the race mode. Now we want to exit this screen. To exit, you would touch the mode set button. That's also visible at the bottom of the screen where it says exit. That exit is achieved by touching the mode set button. So if I just press and release the mode set button, it goes back one screen to the previous screen. And if I touch the mode set button one more time, just press and release, it is now in the race mode, and the track 1 map is what is active. And again, if you want to toggle among the 3 maps within the race mode, once again we move to this button here, and if we just press and release, it goes to track 2 mode, the race mode within, it goes to the track 2 map rather, And now it's in the race map within the race mode. Track 1 map, track 2 map, race map. Track 1 map, track 2 map, race map. All right, now again, to summarize, if you want to get out of the race mode and you want to get to the road mode and access one of the maps in the road mode, go back to the left-hand side buttons, press and hold the mode right button. You are in the menu screen. We want the vehicle tab to be highlighted. I would press the mode down button to access the vehicle mode. Now it's in the vehicle mode. I would select it by hitting the mode right button. The mode right button shows that we are in the race mode. I want to get to the road mode, press it again. Now we're in the road mode. So now we want to exit the screen. I would press the mode left button to exit one level, press the exit button again to exit another level, and now you are in one of the maps in the road mode. All right, so that's how this is done. Hope that was helpful.